For Jade Helm, this is the Blue Falcon signing off. Jade Helm.
Okay, I've been having these nightmares. I get these nightmares, and it's the Immortal, and he's got that clipboard, you know, the 1, 2, 3 on the clipboard, and just railing on me, pounding on, you know, smacking me upside the head. You're fat. Your credit's bad. You're, you know, oof. But it's a good channel, the Immortal. He's put some big videos out the past couple of days, heavy stuff. But I'm worried about the nightmares. But he's a good guy. I like him. He's unhinged, but you know, neocon and all that. But I'm gonna do this a VR to a video he did called gripes about preppers, or prepper gripes, something like that. I'll put a link to it. And it's a good video. But one thing he spoke about one thing that caught my attention. But it was a worthwhile video. And he talked about people having the bug out bag. People not being go without food for a couple of days. He mentioned something like that. You know, so many people, they just can't go without food for a couple of days. And it made me think of all the videos I'd watched back when I was into this about the bug out bag. And most people, they talk about the prepping, and they start with a bug out bag or whatever. They actually, you learn about a coming collapse, okay? And then you're drawn to this bug out bag thing, because there's going to be a collapse, and you got to head for the hills. You got to have a bag full of this stuff, okay? Then you become a prepper. Kind of thing. I'm not knocking it, but I just think that's kind of how when I was into it, that's how I got into it. So you go and you watch all these videos about the bug out bag. You got to have this bug out bag full of gear. And every so many videos, there's zillions of them, these guys would mention having hard candy in their bug out bag, in the contents of their goodies. And I always laughed, because the guy would say, you know, it's good to have, you know, a Lifesaver or something like that, you know, Jolly Rancher, you know, Tough Spot, and then you got some hard candy, kind of perk you up a little bit, turn your morale around. I'm thinking, dude, if it just takes a bag of Werther's to turn your morale around, that's just ridiculous. You'd be in a tough spot like that, and the candy's going to make a difference. I used to make fun of it. But I think the bug out bag is actually the gateway drug to prepping. I put that together myself. Anyhow, when I'm talking about I got sick a while back, and long story short, it was whatever it was, thyroid thing and all this kind of stuff. And I have to be careful. I'm not a diabetic, but I have to watch what I do with sugar. Okay? And I did it once unintentionally, then I did it once intentionally, where I said, okay, I'm going to cut all the sugar out. And I just quit it cold turkey. Much like if you were in a position to, all of a sudden you had no groceries, you got to walk somewhere, gone 3 days without anything or whatever. And in 24 hours, I was in really bad shape because I became hypoglycemic. My sugar dropped so low. And I couldn't function. It was just like the same episode that got me into the hospital months back, 6, 7, 8 months, last summer. And but now, because I knew what this was coming on, I knew I just had to write it out. It wasn't, it wasn't a 911 or nothing like that. But I bring this up because where I used to make fun of these people that have, candy in their bug out bag. If I were in that situation, I would have to have hard candy or some sort of sugar to keep me operating, okay? Because if all of a sudden, if I had to go cold turkey without the sugar, I go into panic attacks. Not from a panic thing, but your body goes into this. For me, you think you're having a heart attack. Everything skyrockets. Your breathing gets all sideways. Dizzy spells, lightheadedness. For me, it was just like whoa. But didn't scare. Had that been the first time, the first time it really scared me. But after I knew what this was, I knew how to deal with it. And I bring this up just for the if you're someone who's going to do the bug out bag thing, or you foresee in the future that you may be without all your goodies for 2 or 3 days, you might want to find out now while you have this stuff available if you have the same reaction to lack of sugar that I did. And I got this thing I'm dealing with, this thyroid thing, so I'm all messed up anyway. But if you're a coffee drinker, a big-time coffee drinker, or sodas, you get your caffeine through sodas, and you think you're in a position where, I mean, for me, I had to quit coffee because of this. Oh, a little headache thing and this and that. I quit coffee before, it was really difficult, but I'd already been kind of weaning myself off of it. But if you're one of those that drinks sodas every day, you have so much sugar every day, a lot of candy, this kind of stuff, and all of a sudden the next day you have to get up and go cold turkey, you might want to experiment that a little bit and just see how far you can go. You know, don't get yourself hurt or anything. And then I carry hard candy in the truck. I don't always eat properly or whatever, but I just want to bring this up because I used to make fun of people that had candy in their bug out bags. And now I'm a person that has to have that. Okay? In the truck, in my pocket, whatever. I can get too much sugar and get in trouble as well. But if you can go, let's say you get into lattes at Starbucks every day, or you're doing this thing or that thing, things that are either caffeinated or loaded with sugar, and you do it all the time, it's part of your routine, can you go tomorrow and skip that routine? And can you go the next day? And if you can go a couple of days, okay, then that's something you don't have to worry about. But most of us, you have to realize, caffeine, it's an addiction. That's been one of my favorites. But sugar is a major addiction. I think sugar, for me, was far more debilitating coming off of it than caffeine was, than caffeine ever was. And that took me by surprise. So if you foresee in the future the possibility of you having an SHTF bug out kind of thing, which would be very stressful, nobody wants that. And then on top of it, you have to put up with your caffeine addiction, and you're going Jonesy on that deal, and your sugar addiction, you're in bad shape. So that would be something you want to. I just want to bring that up because I used to make fun of these people. And the Immortal mentioned too that some people can't go a couple of days without food if they're trying to get themselves back home. I'm one of those people. I don't do hungry. That just ain't gonna happen. I should be 300 pounds, but I think that's also part of this thyroid thing. I eat all the time. I'm limited to what foods I can eat. I have a lot of food allergies, but the foods they've given me to eat, I can eat all day. I burn a ton of calories doing what I do, and but I cannot imagine. I don't want to imagine I'd be able to eat. But anyhow, know what you can do without sugar. Know what you can or can't do without sugar or caffeine. If that might be in your future, you might want to experiment with that now. Just see what it's like. For me, I don't want to do that again. It totally messes me up. Anyhow, check out. Put a link to the Immortals video. Good guy, and love you, and God bless.
Maybe the bad thing